Hello, friends, and welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here today. And I wanted to share something that I did yesterday, and I'm going to teach it because, oh my goodness, it was so awesome and it saves so much time. So, what I did is I sat down with Claude in one session and I mapped out 14 reels for my business. 14. And then I brought them into Canva and edited them a little bit there. And now I have 2 full weeks of content ready to go. So I'll be honest with you, it was the first time I really did this full plan like this. Like I've used it to create my content, but then I moved it over to Canva. It was just so awesome. And now I have all these reels ready to go. And then I even put it in my Trello board so it's ready to go. And I know exactly which reels I want and I can schedule them from there. And so I absolutely love doing this. And I thought this is simple. And so I thought, why not teach you how to do it as well? My name is Stephanie, and this is my Flourish TV, where I share business tips and tools and tech and sometimes a little bit of mindset thrown in there as well. So I'm excited to have you here, and I can't wait to share all of this. So I'm going to teach you how I did this yesterday, and hopefully this will be something that you can implement. And so we'll go down, we'll sit with Claude, how we'll plan out a little bit of content for you in a simple session. It's not complicated. If you've never opened up Claude before, this episode will be very simple for you. I promise you. So let's get into it. So before I share my screen, I just want to make sure that you know what Claude is if you've never used it before. So Claude is an AI tool and it's made by the company called Anthropic. And what you do is you get to type something in plain English, something that's on your heart, on your mind. It's like sending a text message and then it writes back. It's pretty simple. Think of it as like having a capable assistant sitting right there at your computer. Doesn't get tired, doesn't judge your ideas, and will help you think through things that you're and answer things that you're asking and so much more. And I don't know if I'm live here. Okay, I'm live there, but not on Facebook. That's okay. We'll come back to that later. So you don't need to know anything special to use this. You just need to know, what to ask, and then I'm going to show you that today. So I'm going to share my screen here, and hopefully this will work here. Awesome. So you should see the Claude screen here. If you don't have Claude, it's simple and you can have the free version. Just go claude.ai and you can get started very quickly. So basically, we're going to go in here is we're going to um, uh, we're going to go in here and just go over some simple steps of what to tell Claude so you can create this content for yourself. You want to spend a little bit of time Claude who you are, who you serve, and give it a little bit of information about you. Uh, that's really the simple process so that it can start creating content and creating things for you. And the more that you teach Claude about you, the more that it's going to know, and the more it's going to put out information or put out reels or texts or whatever it is that you're trying to create more authentically to who you are and your voice as you train it. But we'll go over just a very simple thing if you've never done it before. But I would definitely recommend grabbing my brand template that I have. I've created that. It gives you all the steps of how to teach Claude how to sound like you. And so just put brand in the comments, and I will also put that in the show notes at the end of this, but just put brand in the comments and I will get you that template. It's for free and it will walk you step by step of how to do that. And then I also have some past episodes where I'm showing how to do that. So you will be covered, and then you can always reach out with questions that you have. But what you want to do is first, tell Claude if you've never used it before, you don't have the template right now, that's okay. We're just going to do basics here so you can get started. So just tell again a little bit of information about you, your business. You don't need to write a bunch, just a few sentences is enough just to get it to start changing what comes back to you. So I'm going to kind of prepared something for us here. So let's go here and we're going to type this out here. Um, and it says I am a clarity and purpose coach for faith-driven women in midlife who want to build a business from home. My audience is women who feel scattered and are ready to invest in herself. My content is warm, encouraging, and faith forward. I don't use emojis or bullet points in my captions. I probably would ask long dashes and all those kind of things. I gave it really specifics, but this is a good way to get started. So we'll take this here and we're going to hit enter here, hit the little green orange here, and we're going to send that to Claude. That's really simple, and it's really just the basics of who I am and who I serve. And again, if you don't have my brand and resource document, that is a great way to I have a template. I'm sorry. I have a template that teaches you how to train Claude, but if you're not even sure who you're serving and or putting all those thoughts together, I have a template that you can really put together. So put Flourish in the comments and I will get you the Flourish brand and resource document prompt that will help you come together with all those different things so that you can teach your brand, understand your brand, so then you have something to teach Claude later on. And so it's awesome. So there's lots of resources that I have for you, but that if you are feeling really lost or you're not sure what it is, what your brand is, or how to explain that in a few short sentences, that template will help you as well. So that document, I'm sorry. So put Flourish in the comments if you want that Flourish resource and brand document. And if you would like the Claude training, then put brand in there. Okay. So now it said, got it. That's exactly the voice I'll keep in mind. Warm, encouraging, faith forward, no emojis, no bullet points, speaking to women who feel scattered but are ready to invest in herself. What would you like to create today? A caption, a week of posts, an email, or something for your newsletter? So, right, it already goes through and gives you a prompt of asking you what you need to do. Like you don't have to overthink it. It's really, really simple. So then we're going to put in here what we want to create today. So let me copy this here and I will type this in. So responding it here. It says, I want to create some short video reels for Instagram and Facebook this week. My topic this week is using AI tools to make content creation easier for women in business. Can you give me 10 simple reel ideas with a hook for each one? Keep them beginner friendly and encouraging. So boom, right away, I put that in. I didn't even, it's already given me the ideas. This is just amazing. So it says, here are 10 reels for this week, each with a hook open to the video. And so these are meant to feel simple, to film, nothing fancy or technical required. Okay. So it says hook. If you've ever stared at a blank screen trying to write a caption, this one's for you. And then it gives you an idea. Show yourself typing a simple prompt into an AI tool and getting a caption back. Talk about how it saves you time and so you can focus on your clients instead of your content. Okay, so this is really great. It's a great start because it's giving me all of these ideas. So now let's say I really like that one, which I do. The next one, content patching in minutes. I used to spend my whole Sunday planning content. Now it takes me 20 minutes. An idea. Walk through how you use AI to plan a week of posts in one sitting. What a surprise. That's what we're doing right now. So let's just take this first one and say we love this. So we're just going to type it in here and say, I love the idea of this first one. Will you create the reel for me? Let's say I would like a hook on the screen, a caption that explains this well and brings value, and a CTA using the word focus. Sure. Okay. So I'm a little bit more specific here. Now we could do this and say, okay, great, let's take all of those, but I'm just going to use one example right now so I can show you how it can become more and more focused on the things that you want to create. So we know now, oh, maybe we want to change the prompt a little bit, but because it's just getting to know us, it would be now if I put this in the same thing into my loaded document, and maybe I'll show you that in a minute, you'll see that it will really have a better idea of what I want. But let's see what it brings us for this. So this is the part we just have to wait, and it's not very long, honestly. So right here that it says, here's the complete reel for one prompt trick. It's the screen, the hook text. If you've ever stared at a blank screen trying to write a caption, this one's for you. And then it says, it gives you an opening shot. Start with a hook out loud in your own words. If you ever stared at a blank screen trying to write the caption, this one's for you. Then it gives you the middle screen recording or cut to your phone or laptop, it's giving you instructions. You know, it says show yourself typing, then it gives you a voiceover, screen text, and then it gives you a caption. So I'm going to tell it, I don't necessarily need these instructions, but if you're new to making reels, this tells you exactly what you need to do to be able to put this out. Now, I use a lot of B-roll and things like that, so I don't always need that. But when I want more instruction, this is a great way to do that. So I'm going to say, let's just stick with reels with a hook or tips on the screen, no voiceover, and then the caption. I don't need the instructions of how to create the reel. I just want the content. So let's see what it does. So you can see as I'm doing this, this is a real conversation that I'm having with this, so that I'm like, okay, this isn't great. This is a good start, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. So we want to be really clear. So then it says, got it, format going forward. If you have ever stared at a blank screen trying to write a caption, this one is for you. One prompt, one idea, a finished caption in under a minute. You don't have to know how to write the perfect caption. You just have to know how to ask for help. And then it gives you a great caption. I used to sit down, write a caption, and stare at the screen for 20 minutes before I type a single word. Some days it stopped me from posting at all. I don't know about you, but I used to feel like that too, for sure. Now I open up a simple AI tool, type a short prompt, and have a starting point in seconds. It does not replace my voice or my heart behind the words. It just clears the blanks so that I can focus on what matters, connecting with you. If technology has felt overwhelming or like one more thing that you have to figure out alone, I want you to hear this today. You don't need to understand how it works. You just need one small step to try it. Comment the word focus, and I will send you the exact prompt I use to write captions in minutes, so you can stop staring at a blank screen and start showing up with confidence. Right? Isn't that awesome? Now it knows a little bit about me, so it put my Flourish hashtag in there, content creation, women in business, because Claude does kind of learn a little bit about you as you go. But I guarantee if I put that prompt in my Flourish brand document, in that section of the project, it would definitely give me more. So this is great. So now we'll just say, this is awesome. Please do the same for the other 9 reels. And there it goes. So now we're going to get all 10 reels written in that type of format. Now, I still want to encourage you. You still want to read it. You still might want to turn it around. You might be like, oh, doesn't really sound like me, or that sounds too techie, or that sounds too AI, right? Those are different things that you'll learn over time. But here it goes. It goes through and it's giving me my on-screen text and a caption. Number 3, number 4. And so it gave me all of these things. So, right, and here in just minutes while we're doing this real time, we even had a little bit of back and forth with Claude, trying to teach Claude what we really wanted. And here I have 10 reels almost ready to go. So simple, so fun, and so easy. So that is like the main way that you can just plan the content. What I did last night was I had the content and I had the 14 reels, and we really talked a lot about the things that I wanted to make sure that I was showing. And then what I did is then I work with Claude and my Canva together. And so what's really cool is Claude will have lots of connectors. And one of the places it connects with is in Canva. And so there's a couple different ways. I could take these inside Canva and say, please create me some reels using this and using the Canva AI. I'm not as skilled in the Canva AI, and I'm sure there's some people out there. So you could probably find somebody else's video that shows you that. At this point. But what I like to do is I like to go in and set up my template how I kind of want it. And so that it would create the reels in the format I want. So I will go in and start a reel, and maybe I can show you this as well. I'll show you quickly how I can do this. So let me go and open up a document. Now I'm not going to put in all of the background, all the different different B-roll and things, but we'll start here. So I would go inside Canva. Let me go here for a second. And let me stop sharing this screen and let me share the Canva screen, or you're not going to see it. Okay, awesome. So here we are now inside my Canva, and we're going to just go create, and we're going to choose Instagram Reel. Okay, so I usually just want to template. Now you can do all kinds of things. You can, it kind of gives a setup here. You can choose some type of format, a template of some sort, you know, something here. I don't know what these look like. Sure, we'll just say that's kind of flowery. That's not gonna be able to put a lot in there. So let's do this one and apply to the page. Okay, so here it goes. Now I have this here, and what I would want to do is maybe put this is just for, actually I'll just put it here. So one of my fonts, you could put in your specific fonts that you use. So I usually use that for my font. And then what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to delete this because these hooks are only really having a statement on here. It's not giving a bunch of lists. Like yesterday I had some things that said 5 things. So sometimes we'll want to do that. And I'm going to move this down here because I like to put my my name here on the bottom. And so for my profile, and I'm going to change that to to my other font name here. And if you don't have any of these things figured out, I actually have a training that shows you how to make your brand template inside Canva as well. So, okay, so we're going to use this as our template, and we have 10 reels. So what we're going to do now is come down here on this little space here, if you can see it. Oh, it's not showing me. Okay, hold on. Goodness gracious. I see what it did. So let me move it over here. And sorry about that. Okay. Okay. I went over here and created, I started a new document. I chose this, I applied page. Then what I did was I changed the font here to match the font that I wanted. And then I added my brand name here, my Instagram name here, and then just kind of have this centered where I want it to do. Now it's not going to be perfect, but it's a good idea. And then I'm going to delete this sound. Let's see. I will always look to see there is animation. I'm going to turn all the animation off. So you just hit that remove animation because there was other things there. We're going to delete that because I don't need that there. And we're going to make this as long as the we want this on as long as the reel. And it's kind of short, but that's okay. Let's make it, actually, it won't make me, so let's say they're 5.8 seconds. So now that we're there, we're going to click down here, and that's going to give you this option where you can add page. And here we're just going to duplicate. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's kind of basic. It's very simple. And yes, we will change the graphics out later. We don't, that's going to be a little bit of style time. But again, this is very, very quick compared to doing all these reels on your own, because watch this. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over to our Claude. And okay, so we're going to go back over here, and I'm going to, whoops, I forgot. What we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to grab the link from the Canva document. So go to the, here, I better show you. Okay, so here, we're back at the Canva document. And hopefully you can see all the way up there. But you're going to go at the very top and click the link that's up at the very top, like in the web browser. Okay, you're going to go there, and then you're going to go back to your Claude, and we're going to say, okay, Claude, now listen to this. Say, I would like you to connect to use this Canva document and put the, what is it called? On-screen text into the templates there. I don't know how I do it, but there we go. And I'm going to paste the template for Canva inside there. So now it has direct access to that. Now you do need to connect your Canva with Claude. So if you've never done that before, just message me and I will tell you how. I did share that a little bit, but maybe I'll do a training on that as well. So let's hit enter. And so now it's going to think. So it's thinking about accessing and extracting text from Canva design template. So it's finding the tools and it's telling us all the stuff it's doing. So it's start editing design. And depending on what you put in there, sometimes yesterday mine was a little bit messy because I had kind of like, sometimes I had a title and then I had 5 steps. So sometimes it doesn't match perfectly and you got to go in and edit a little bit, but it's still way faster than would have been creating all 14 of those reels. And then I went in and I changed like a couple of the fonts or changed a couple things and just made it my own. And then of course change the background video, but you can load those in very simply. So it's going and doing those things. So I don't know if there's any comments here. So if there is, I apologize. Let me see. Hello. So we can't see. Oh, all this time? Oh, hopefully you're seeing now. Hopefully that was the Canva part. So sorry about that. So I apologize for that, but I did fix it. So sorry, I just saw that chat now. Okay, let's go back here to Canva and see where it's doing. It says, oh, let's try again. It got interrupted probably because I clicked out of it. So let's wait here. So I would love you, just go ahead and put in the chat if there are questions that you have so far. And I apologize that my Canva was not showing at the time. I wish I would have seen that. So still a newbie, still learning and just sharing things as I go. So it says, I pulled up your template. It has 10 templates. What does it say? It went away. It has 10 pages, each with one larger text placeholder. Currently says copy plus this. Okay. Reel 1 only has 3 lines of on-screen text. So before I start editing, I want to confirm how you'd like it mapped. It says use pages 1 to 3 for reel 1, 3 text lines only. Use 1 page per reel, all 10 reels this week. Use 1 page per reel. So page 1 equals reel 1 hook. Yes. Okay. That's what we want. So it's asking it's a little confused maybe at what I put in there. So it's asking what I want to do for the template. So this is just cool because yes, it's taking a little bit of time, but the more that you do this, the faster it's going. And the more you'll start loving this because then, while it's doing all of this work, you could be working on something else, or you could be sending your B-roll or whatever your videos that you're going to put behind of those. You can get those and start thinking about if you use cover photos on your Instagram, like what am I going to use for those, and start having that conversation or having all of that mapped out. So it's a lot of stuff. So it says all 10 pages updated successfully. Here's page 1 as a preview. I don't know. Did you update Canva? Yes. So just wanted me to look at it a little bit and see. I have a feeling it put the entire reel on there. So we might have to do that, but let's see what it does. So we're going to have to come here, open the link, and then I'm going to stop share and go to the right one and see. Okay. Yes. Okay. So you can see basically it has all the stuff in here. It was way too big. So I should have thought of the size. But here, we can do this here. And you can see, and all of these, we can hit back here. Sorry, hit this little button here. And you can see all of them are here. It's messy, but you've got the spaces. You didn't have to type all those in or copy and paste all those in. And that is really, really helpful. So Awesome. So glad. Thanks for your patience. So appreciate it. So as you can see, this in here, then basically what we're going to do is we're just going to go back in and we're just going to edit them. And then you can, this is when now you can come in your uploads, whatever you've uploaded previously, hit on your videos and be like, okay, maybe I'm going to use this one. I don't know. So I'll put that in here. You can brand it to your own. Then you can add your effects and whatnot. Now, I could have done all of that ahead of time. I just was doing it simple for you, but you could like, oh, I really want to have a background. So maybe you want all of them to have a background. I don't know. So maybe you want them centered. So those are some different things that you can think of beforehand. The more that you prep your Canva document in the first place, the less editing you'll have to do. But I just wanted to show you how simple it could be. Then you could change like, oh, I don't typically do this, but I'm like, oh, I want to do this, but I want the background to be white and then I want the text to be black. Okay. So you could do that and do that. And you could see, all pages, and then it will do that for you. And then we're going to so you can just go in and just quickly edit these, make them however big you want. Maybe you want some of them to be white, some of you want them black. That's kind of design that you want to do. But here, maybe you want to make it bigger, you want to make it smaller. Maybe you want to be, I want to use my other font for this one and make this one center. So do you see what I'm saying? Really, really simple. And then you could be like, oh, I want to use this one for my back. And then, showing this video making sound. So as you can see, you can just make it there and then you're like, oh, I need to make sure that this is standing out more. Maybe I want to, do a drop and do this that color, but maybe I want to offset it more so it sticks out. Whatever you want to do. So, and then you can see it won't take long. Now you're just in that design stage where you're just, oh, let me just edit these, and then you're going to have 10 reels done very quickly, very simply, and then you have them all in one spot. So then you can go from there and download them and put them. You can either schedule them right away. I know some people use Canva to do scheduling, or you can. I like to just put them inside my Trello, so then I have them all there ready to go. So then I can schedule them when I want to. So it's really just up to you how you do that. But as you can see, it's really, really simple, and then you have a bunch of reels done. And the more that I said, the more that you do this, the easier it will become. And the more Claude will actually know who you are and what you're doing and all of those things. So that it's definitely very simple. The more you use it, the better it is. And then when you can do is if you use like the flourish and brand and reference document that I created, that you can kind of put your whole brand together in one package, then you can go inside the Claude and use a project, and all of that information is stored in there. So that's where I went yesterday. So I was able to, it knew everything that I needed to do. And I said, hey, I would like to do some reels kind of like this. So I gave it an example of a reel that I liked of somebody else's and said, I would like this style. I want to make sure I'm giving lots of value and lots of teaching. And so it whipped those out for me and just a few adjustments and it was ready to go. And then boom, they were inside Canva. So I'm really excited doing this. And I know it's going to save myself a lot of time and you as well. And then what I did is I thought maybe I'll show you quick here. I put them inside inside my Trello, and I will show you this in a second. Let me open this up. And I've just started this new Flourish content. I'm housing all of my content in one space just because I think that's going to help my brain. And so I will show this here in just a second. Let me open it up. And so I'll show you just quickly the different reels that I made and how I have those all in here. So this is a bunch of different things, but here, this is all the reels that I created. The one that I'm scrolling here, all of these. And then I made my cover photos. I have a space where I make all of those. And then inside each one is where I put the caption in as well. So that I have all of that. So everything is ready. And then I just need to schedule them. And then I have them labeled so that I know too. So I could say here, it's not scheduled yet. I have the description or is where my caption is. And then I added my cover photo that I created. And then I put the reel right in here. So that when I'm ready to schedule it, no matter if I'm at my computer or at home, I have it with me and then I can do that. So, and then, then I wanted to say, then when I have my labels, I can be like, oh, I put it on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and I can unclick that, different things. So that gives you an idea of some different things. If I don't use, LinkedIn and Substack, maybe I'll put them on there. I don't know. So, or YouTube. So, hopefully this was helpful, because I found it really exciting yesterday when I was doing all of this work, and I thought, oh, I want to teach everyone how to do it. So I would say definitely put any questions that you have in the comments, or reach out to me. All of my links will be in notes once this is done and uploaded, and I can get into there to do that. But I would just say, do the same thing. Whatever number feels great. If 10 is too much, maybe just try with a couple. Maybe 5 ideas or 3 ideas, maybe even one to start, and then just start there and start adding in the information about who you are, who you serve, maybe a little bit of your tone of voice. Teach Claude a little bit about you, and then start having that conversation and telling Claude what you would like it to create for you. And you're going to start getting content that sounds more and more like you and less like AI. Because I think that over time, I've been really able to teach Claude how to understand my voice and hear my heart. And I will go through, and a lot of times it will give me stuff, and I'll still fix it, and I'll change it, and I'll move it around a little bit. But then I'll teach it again and say, hey, this is what I changed it to, so that exactly this is how I communicate. And so over time, it's done that. Over it changes, and it's doing less and less of things I did not want it to do, because it's learning more and more about me. And so you can do that as well. So definitely, if you want that brand and reference document, put brand in the comments. If you would like to have the tutorial to teach Claude how to sound more like you, using your own information, if you have your own information about your brand and you don't need that brand reference document, I still think it's really helpful. But you could do that, or you can put have that template. Then you can put brand in the comments, and I will make sure I get you both of those. So I hope this is helpful. Please tune in every Thursday about 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to try to teach a tip. If there's something that you would like to learn, if you're new, definitely drop that in the comments as well. You can reach me pretty much everywhere on social media, of course, here on YouTube, on Instagram at steph.book, and you can find me on Facebook as well. And my links will be in the show notes as well. So, friends, I just would love to continue to show up and learn new things, even if it's scary, even if it's hard. I promise you, the more that you do it, the one little step that you take is going to bring you towards understanding it more. And take it from me, someone that didn't know anything not that long ago, I'm able to teach you something that I'm learning, and hopefully that will help. So please remember that you are worthy and capable of living a full and flourishing life. Success isn't just possible, it's meant for you. All right, take care.